Paintball marking gun. The fog of war is a concept we often discuss in the context of the 1944 Normandy campaign, where identifying a specific target among the ruins of Caen was nearly impossible. Even for a seasoned commander, pinpointing a high-value insurgent in a sea of chaos remains a tactical nightmare. This is where the tactical marking gun proves its worth, acting as a modern scout that bridges the gap between observation and capture. It delivers .68 caliber projectiles filled with permanent, high-visibility dye at velocities exceeding 280 feet per second. This technology possesses a secret that would have fascinated the intelligence officers of the 1940s. The dye used is frequently engineered to be invisible to the naked eye, only revealing its presence under specialized ultraviolet light. When struck from a distance of 60 feet, a target is effectively branded for 48 hours, making escape from modern surveillance networks a futile effort. During the dense jungle operations of the Vietnam War, scouts often wished for a way to tag slippery trail leaders without initiating a lethal firefight. Today, these markers transform that wish into a reality, allowing law enforcement to track suspects through urban landscapes without the need for a single lead bullet. Pepperball launcher. The tactical use of gas to clear bunkers during the 1944 Pacific Campaign shares a common goal with the modern pepperball launcher: immediate suppression. This device uses a high-pressure pneumatic system to fire .68 caliber projectiles at a velocity of 350 feet per second. Each fragile sphere contains a concentrated dose of pava powder, a synthetic capsaicin derivative. Upon impact at a distance of up to 150 feet, the ball shatters, creating a localized cloud of irritant. This chemical cloud instantly causes intense burning of the eyes and a severe coughing reflex, making it impossible for a target to breathe comfortably. The powder is 6 times more potent than the standard pepper spray used by law enforcement officers today, saturating the air within a 15-foot radius of the impact point. It forces insurgents to leave their cover or face total respiratory shutdown. Unlike the stationary gas shells used in World War I, these projectiles can be bounced off ceilings or walls to reach hidden threats. This tool provides a highly effective method for neutralizing aggressive groups while maintaining a safe standoff distance for security personnel. Kinetic energy launcher. During the urban combat of World War II, the stopping power of a .45 caliber round was the gold standard for halting an enemy advance. Today, kinetic energy launchers achieve a similar physical impact without the lethal finality of a lead bullet. These weapons typically utilize a 12-gauge shotgun platform to fire beanbag rounds, which are fabric pouches filled with 40 grams of lead shot. These projectiles travel at 90 miles per hour, delivering a concentrated blow to a target's body. The goal is to transfer massive energy to the muscular system, causing a temporary but total collapse of motor functions. When the round strikes a target from 30 to 60 feet away, it delivers approximately 120 foot-pounds of energy. This immense blunt force trauma causes the skeletal muscles to buckle instantly, dropping even the most aggressive individual to the ground in severe pain. It is the equivalent of being hit by a professional heavyweight's punch, but from a safe distance. While a 1944 Thompson submachine gun was built to kill, this modern launcher is designed to end a violent confrontation safely. It provides a reliable option for officers to subdue dangerous suspects who refuse to comply with verbal orders, ensuring they are neutralized with significant bruising rather than a fatal wound. Rock salt shotgun. The use of rock salt as a deterrent has a long history, often whispered about by soldiers guarding supply depots during the 1940s. Modern variations of this concept utilize standard 12-gauge shotgun shells, but instead of lead pellets, they are packed with coarse, jagged rock salt crystals. These crystals are much lighter than metal, meaning they lose velocity rapidly, limiting the effective range to approximately 20 to 40 feet. This ensures the projectile does not penetrate vital organs while still delivering a severe surface impact. Upon firing, the salt spreads into a wide pattern, shredding through light clothing and embedding directly into the skin's surface. The physical trauma is compounded by the chemical reaction of salt on open nerve endings, creating a blinding, white-hot stinging sensation similar to hundreds of simultaneous bee stings. This excruciating pain usually induces an immediate retreat from the target, as the psychological shock of the burning wound is often more effective than the physical injury itself. It remains one of the most feared non-lethal options because it targets the sensory nervous system so aggressively. For security personnel, it is a low-cost method to repel intruders without resorting to permanent wounding or expensive high-tech gear. Portable water cannon. In the tactical playbook of the mid-20th century, fire hoses were often the only tool available to push back a charging line without using rifles. Today, technology has evolved into the portable water cannon, a backpack-mounted system that generates immense hydraulic pressure. These units can blast a concentrated jet of water at pressures reaching 300 pounds per square inch. The force is enough to knock a 200-pound man off his feet from a distance of 30 feet, providing a physical barrier made of nothing but liquid. The sheer mass of the water traveling at high speed creates a kinetic wall that is nearly impossible to push through, making it ideal for protecting narrow passages or doorways. This device allows a single operator to control a small crowd by delivering pulses of water that disrupt balance and vision simultaneously. Unlike fixed water cannons on trucks, the portable version offers mobility, allowing officers to navigate through tight urban environments or stairs where a vehicle cannot go. It is a highly effective, clean, and reliable way to maintain a safe zone. Using pure physical displacement, it avoids the lingering chemical issues of gas or the bruising of kinetic rounds. Flashbang launcher. Military raids in the 1940s often relied on smoke grenades for cover, but the modern 40mm flashbang launcher is designed to weaponize physics to shatter an enemy's sensory input. When the projectile detonates, it generates a localized overpressure of 6 to 8 pounds per square inch and a sound blast of 175 decibels. For context, this is over 50 times louder than a heavy jackhammer operating at close range. The primary goal is to paralyze the target by inducing a state of temporary sensory overload. The magnesium-based flash produces a brilliance of 7 million candela, which is nearly 300 times brighter than the lights in a standard football stadium. This intense light causes a flash blindness that persists for 30 to 60 seconds as the retina's photopigments are completely bleached by the sudden energy surge. Simultaneously, the sound wave disrupts the fluid in the inner ear, leading to a total loss of equilibrium and causing the target to feel as if the world is spinning uncontrollably. This window of absolute vulnerability allows specialized teams to secure a room in under 5 seconds without needing to fire a single lethal round, making it the ultimate tool for high-risk hostage rescues. Taser/electrical weapon. The tactical evolution of capturing a combatant alive has moved from the bayonet point of the 1940s to the high-tech precision of the modern taser. This device utilizes compressed nitrogen to launch 2 small barbed probes at a velocity of 160 feet per second, trailing thin insulated wires behind them. Unlike a standard handgun, its effective range is limited to approximately 25 feet, making it a specialized tool for close-quarters subdual. Once the probes embed themselves at least 0.5 inches into the target, the device initiates a discharge of 50,000 volts. This high-voltage pulse mimics internal electrical signals, causing neuromuscular incapacitation, where brain commands to limbs are completely overridden by involuntary muscle contractions. While the actual current is only about 2 milliamperes, far below the threshold for a lethal heart stoppage, it delivers enough power to make a 200-pound man collapse instantly like a marionette with its strings cut. This allows officers to neutralize a threat in under 5 seconds without causing permanent internal damage. It remains the gold standard for controlling violent suspects who are otherwise immune to physical pain or verbal negotiation. Laser Dazzler. The Laser Dazzler serves as a non-lethal optical hammer that would have looked like science fiction during the Battle of Britain. This device emits a concentrated beam of green laser light, typically at a 525 nanometer wavelength, which is the frequency the human eye is most sensitive to. Operating at a power output of 500 milliwatts, the Dazzler can project a wall of light that expands to cover 6 square feet at a distance of 300 yards. Unlike lethal sniper rifles, the goal here is visual temporary incapacitation rather than physical destruction. The intense photon barrage causes flash blindness, where the retina is momentarily overwhelmed, leaving the target unable to see their iron sights or navigate through the environment for several minutes. For an insurgent positioned 500 feet away, the light appears as a massive glare that is 4 times brighter than looking directly at the sun. This provides a crucial standoff capability for military checkpoints, allowing personnel to deter approaching vehicles without firing a single lead bullet. It is the ultimate tool for non-verbal communication, sending a clear, blinding message to stop immediately. Net gun. The net gun brings capture methods of ancient gladiators into the 21st century, utilizing high-pressure compressed air instead of human muscle. This tactical launcher fires a nylon or Dyneema net spanning an area of 100 square feet, propelled by a CO2 charge at 65 feet per second. The net is weighted at each of its 8 corners with steel bobs, which use centrifugal force to keep the mesh fully expanded during flight. It is designed for a range of 15 to 30 feet, ensuring the target is enveloped before they can react. The effectiveness lies in the material's incredible tensile strength, with each strand capable of withstanding over 2,000 pounds of force, making it physically impossible for even a powerful individual to tear through. As the target struggles, the weighted corners wrap around their limbs, causing the net to tighten and restricting movement with every motion. This device is valuable for capturing high-value targets in crowded urban areas, where stray bullets would be catastrophic. Utilizing pure mechanical entanglement, it provides a safe way to secure dangerous suspects or aggressive large animals without inflicting lasting pain. It is a masterpiece of containment technology that prioritizes capture over confrontation. Bola Wrap Restraint Device. The tactical evolution of entangling an enemy has moved from South American bolas to the high-tech precision of the Bola Wrap. This handheld device uses a medicinal-grade propellant to launch an 8-foot Kevlar tether at 512 feet per second. Designed for a range of 10 to 25 feet, the tether features 4-pronged anchors at each end that snag onto clothing upon contact. Unlike older methods, this system focuses on instant immobilization without pain compliance, making it a unique tool for modern restraint. The tether wraps around a target's legs or torso in less than 1/8 of a second, effectively handcuffing them from a distance before they can process the launch sound. This rapid wraparound effect ensures range of motion is curtailed by high-tensile Kevlar, which withstands hundreds of pounds of pulling force. It provides law enforcement a critical window to secure individuals safely, especially those in mental health crises who ignore verbal commands. By utilizing mechanical bondage instead of electrical force, it bridges the gap between peaceful resolution and violent struggle. Long-Range Acoustic Device, LRAD. While engineers of the 1940s experimented with psychological warfare through sirens, the modern long-range acoustic device has turned sound into a precision-guided hammer. This specialized emitter focuses acoustic energy into a 30-degree beam, allowing operators to target individuals from distances exceeding 300 yards. At close range, the device produces a peak output of 160 decibels, significantly louder than a jet engine taking off at 50 feet. This intense sound pressure creates a deterrent tone that vibrates the inner ear and vestibular system, inducing immediate nausea, dizziness, and unbearable migraines. Unlike standard loudspeakers scattering sound, the directed beam ensures bystanders outside the path remain unaffected while targets are forced to retreat. It acts as an invisible wall of pain that leaves no physical marks but is psychologically impossible to ignore. For maritime security or large-scale crowd control, It provides a non-lethal way to clear areas by making standing still a torturous experience. It is the ultimate tool for non-kinetic suppression, using sound physics to dictate human behavior. Sticky foam gun. The most bizarre, non-lethal technology is the sticky foam gun, a device that feels like a science fiction invention designed to bypass brutal hand-to-hand combat. This weapon utilizes high-pressure canisters to eject liquid thermoplastic polymers. Upon exiting the nozzle at 40 feet per second, the material expands 30 times its original volume almost instantly. Within seconds of contact with air, the liquid transforms into a tenacious, rubbery solid that adheres to skin and clothing with incredible strength. The resulting mess acts like a chemical straitjacket, gushing over joints to weld a suspect's movements to their own body or the floor. If a target is sprayed from 15 feet away, it is effectively immobilized under a thick layer of adhesive foam, requiring specialized solvents to remove. It is physically impossible to struggle out, as movement only entangles the individual further in the hardening mass. While the concept was limited due to airway concerns, it remains a legendary example of using material science to end fights. For capturing high-value assets without a single bruise, nothing in the modern arsenal is as surreal as being glued into submission.